guys, welcome back to my channel. Thank you guys for tuning in. Hope everybody had a wonderful week and weekend. You know, my weekend was crazy. If you are subscribed to my channel, you will know that I did not post last week Sunday because I had planned to post a vlog that I did film with my phone, and my phone got stolen. So when the phone got stolen, obviously the vlog went with it. I haven't checked my iCloud to see if it is in there. I don't know if it is complete, but I'm still gonna check, and maybe I might still use the vlog in future. So how I lost my phone, guys. So basically the way I lost my phone was I was in the club, and at that point I couldn't see anything anymore. I, needless to say, was obviously intoxicated. So I don't know, guys. I just know that I went to the ladies' room, and by the time I got back, my phone was stolen because I had forgotten it on the counter. So basically that's how I lost my phone. You know, after that everything just became a blur. Like, I was freaking out, and yeah, it was a whole mess, you guys. But anyway, you know, I do have a replacement phone, so I'm chilled, you know, I'm over it. Whoever stole my phone, I hope you enjoy it. I definitely know it was a girl because it was in the ladies' room specifically, so you know, it is what it is. Nonetheless, you guys, I am here today with a new video. This video is basically just some tips about how I got over my anxiety issues. Now, I would just like to give a mini disclaimer and make it very, 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 very clear that I am not a medical professional, and also I am not a psychology student or a medical student or anything like that. So everything I'm giving you guys today is basically just based off my experiences and what has helped me in the past and what continues to help me, because I still do suffer from anxiety. My anxiety is really, like, it's come to the point where it's really, really bad. So, you know, if you really know me, like, not know, but like if you know, you will know that I do have a lot of panic attacks. It's just come to the point where I've had to rely on medication, basically, because like I would tell my sister and I'll be like, dude, I don't know what's happening. Like, I would have panic attacks from nothing. Like, I'll be at home chilling, and then next thing I know, like, I'm having trouble breathing, and it's just like it's a lot. So I wouldn't say I rely on the medication, because I really do not, but my doctor basically just prescribed me for times when I do feel that I really, really need to take them. So yeah, I mean, I wouldn't advise anyone to do that, but you know, if you do need it, then you just need it. Anyway, without further ado, let's get into the 5 tips that helped me overcome, not actually overcome, maybe like handle my anxiety better. Alright, so for number 1 on my list, I obviously put that you need to trust in God. So basically you just need to pray and just believe that you will be better and you will get better, you know. I know, like, everybody has their own faith and everyone has their own religion, but you know, like, whatever God you serve, just put your anxiety and your worries and all of that in God's hands. If you believe that you are okay, you will be okay. For me, there's so many other things that could help, but I seek refuge in the Lord. So that was not my number one help. My number one helper. Anyway, that was number 1 for me, and I still rely on it. I actually have this Bible app on my phone. If you are familiar with the Bible app, it's basically just an app that sends you different verses every day, and in the app there are also things called plans. Under these plans you have like different categories of things that are bothering you. So it basically is sort of a meditation that helps you get through the problem that you are experiencing. Number 2 on my list, you know, this might sound a little cliche, but journal entries. You know, it could be a physical or a hard copy. you know, or it could be a digital. And when I say digital, I basically just mean an app. I have both. I have the physical one. Let me just show you guys. This is the physical one that I have. I used to write a lot in this one. I've had it for almost a year now, but I stopped writing in it because I find that using an app is much easier for me, and it's also more convenient because I'm always on my phone. So, you know, the apps that I use, they're called Dailyo and Uplifter. Now I can show you guys, but I don't know if you guys will see. Okay, anyway, but yeah, so there's Uplifter and there is Dailyo. The reason I say do a journal entry is because, you know, it basically just helps you keep a pattern and sort of keep track of things that, you know, annoy you and stuff like that. So yeah, like when I used to write, I stopped writing in my journal, first of all because, guys, I do not like to write, number one. I just feel like it's a lot for my hands, and I've been in school most of my life, and like I'm tired. I don't really like to write unless I have to. So this is why I rely on my phone more, because like I just type and I basically just give or just take note of how my day went. I suggest journals because I personally feel like it, you know, it really helps in the sense that you can just basically put your thoughts down on paper or on your phone, and also like it helps create a pattern. Like if you write, okay, today I did this, today I felt better about doing this, or today I went painting and instantly made me feel better, or you know, like you then know, okay, if I do this more and if I focus more on this, I will feel better, or I'll have a more productive day, or if, you know, this upset me, so let's try and avoid doing that, stuff like that. So it basically is record keeping, if I can put it that way. I have two apps because they're different in their own ways. Like I first downloaded the one to see what it was about, and then I downloaded the other to see, you know, if it was better than the one I had. But then I discovered that they're both really nice and they're different in their own ways. That is the main reason I have both of them on my phone. Okay, and then for number 3, sorry, I know I keep looking down so that I have it noted somewhere. So for number 3, I wrote down that basically just doing anything that takes you out of your comfort zone for a day. So if you like being at home or in your bed, you can start by getting up and just, you know, leaving your room for once, or by being active. You don't have to like work out or anything. A simple jog around the block or walk around the block, you know, even if it's 10, 15, 20 minutes, as long as you've done something that, you know, put you one step closer to feeling better. Even if it's like cleaning your room, like I know from my past experiences, like when I used to feel like really down and depressed, I would just feel like so out of it. Like I would feel like there was this gray cloud on me, you know, that was just weighing me down. Like that's how it feels. So I didn't want to do anything. I didn't want to speak to anyone. I was just like, I'm just gonna lay in bed today and do nothing. So if you can, like, if you just so much get up and make up your bed, clean your room, open some curtains, you know, like you feel better because you'll come into a clean room and it'll just feel like a breath of fresh air. Like it doesn't even have to be you. If it's somebody you know that, you know, you always like, you just realize small little patterns of this person always isolating themselves, or, you know, just try and make them feel better. If it's a friend, a family member, just be like, okay, let's clean your room today, let's open some curtains, let's do that, let's do this. So, you know, just to help the person sort of feel better. I promise you, it really does. Like, it's just, even if it's just the tiniest thing, going out for a coffee date or something, you know, like, as long as the person isn't, or you are not stuck in your everyday routine of just isolating yourself and just locking yourself in your room, you're already doing something great. And then for number 4, I know this might actually be a very common one, and it might be something that everyone might have heard at some point in their lives, but it really does make a difference, and it does help. positive thinking and self-assurance. Let me tell you guys, like, when you wake up every day and you look yourself in the mirror and you tell yourself, okay, you know, you're bomb, you're gonna do this, you're gonna do that, you look good, you're smart, you know, the people around you love you a lot, and like, just things that things that make you feel better, basically. I know what I used to do, I still do, I just don't really pay attention to it that much anymore. I know my little sister also used to do this. We basically had like reminders. So if you set a reminder on your phone to remind you, okay, you're doing great, and stuff like, you know, it's not the end of the world if you're having a bad day, like just simple reminders. Or I also have this other app on my phone called, hold on, Eternal Sunshine. Now I'm sure most of you are familiar with it because I do know some of my friends who use it, but the app basically does the same thing. It serves as a reminder to let you know that, you know, you are doing okay, you know, your day is gonna get better, tomorrow's gonna be a better day, you know, like basically it just helps you reassure yourself. So yeah, like positive thinking, positive attitude goes a really long way. Like, and when I say positive attitude, I just mean like when you have errands to run or when you are going to go meet people or something, just be enthusiastic about it, you know, like go out and be like, oh hey. And I'm sure like we've all come across people who are rude for no reason at all, you know, but you being rude back to them doesn't make a difference. So even if people are rude to you for no reason, just give them that little bit of kindness that you have. You know, it might change their day, it might change the way they see things, you know. So yeah, just be a nice person, be kinder, be gentle, and just speak positively or think positively about yourself. It really does help, and you will feel better. I promise you will feel better. It might not happen overnight, but it will definitely happen. And then last but not least, now I know this might be an obvious one, and I would also like to mention that I know that not everybody can afford this. So, you know, if you do not have a way of getting to number 5, just focus on the first 4 that I gave you, or you could also just Google some more ways. You know, I know that taking deep breaths, taking deep breaths daily, you know, just to calm yourself down does really help. And just surround yourself with people who are warm, like people who make you feel loved and people who make you feel great about yourself. But yeah, so number 5 for me is obviously the last resort, which is seeking medical help. Now, when I say seeking medical help, I'm basically just talking like if you can see a psychologist or a therapist or, you know, whatever the case may be, please do see them, because these people know what they're doing and they're obviously there for a reason, so they can help you. You know, if not, if you do have like a general practitioner or something, they can also like, you know, prescribe you some medication, or they can like prescribe you a therapist if you think that is good for you and stuff like that. That's actually how I ended up getting my help, through my GP. So yeah, like I said, you know, if you can afford this, please do seek it. If not, there's so many other ways and so many other things that you can do to, you know, help yourself and make yourself feel better. You can confide in somebody that you trust and that you love. You know, I know speaking to a loved one or a friend sometimes may not be easy, but it really does help. Like, or if you do not want to speak to people, then just revert to number 2, which is the journal entries, because for me that for me is like getting my thoughts out. I don't know if you guys, like, if this applies to you guys, but with me, when I write down or when I take down notes on my phone, it just feels like I have now taken out everything that was bundled up in my head, and I've taken it out, so now my head is empty. Like, I feel better. I am not overthinking anything, I'm not stressing anything, because, you know, I've taken out all of that was bothering me by putting it on paper and confiding in my journal. So yeah guys, like, there's so many things that you can do to feel better, or you can, if you know somebody that you can do to help them, you know, there are also a lot of helplines and stuff like that. So yeah, like if you know somebody and you see someone is sort of going off the rails or something, or if you are sort of starting to feel and want to give in, please do not. I promise you there are ways of being better, and you will be better. The Bible says if you believe that you have something, you already have it. So if you believe that you are going to be okay and you are fine, you already are, you know. So yeah, that is basically what sums up today's video. If you found this video helpful, or if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to comment and subscribe and share it if you have to. If you know somebody that is going through this, you can also share this video to them. It might be helpful to them. Nonetheless, I hope everybody has a wonderful week and weekend, because I will see you guys next week Sunday. So yeah, guys, I don't know, I really need to work on my vocabulary. Like, anyway, bye guys.